I was born with a heart condition called aortic stenosis. Basically, my aortic valve, which is here, was bad. It was poor construction for my parents. They weren't concentrating. Obviously, it had nothing to do with them, and it's just one of those things. Anyway, for the most part, I didn't notice it. The only difference between me and other kids was that I had to go to the hospital every couple of years to be prodded by machines so that they could keep an eye on it. I had my first surgery at 13 where I had I had my first surgery at 13 where I had a balloon inserted into the aortic valve to keep its shape and to make sure it's functioning properly. I was told to exercise, not drink, smoke, and not get tattoos for fear of infection. I did the most opposite thing that you could do because I drank, smoked, and got 2 tattoos. That'll show 'em. Looking out for my health, wankers. Also, I played video games all day and barely moved, and I ate chocolate and crisps all the time. Super smart. Other than the regular checkups, it was all good. I felt fine. I wasn't fit and I got out of breath too easily for my age, but I think that's because I was a smoker. I had another checkup a few years ago and the doctor gave me the heads up that the big surgery was going to happen within the next couple of years. Well, a couple of years ended up being less than 1 year, and during the middle of the pandemic, I got the call that my surgery was scheduled for 2 weeks. Looking back, I was glad that it was that quick because it didn't give me that much time to panic. There are a few options you can have for this sort of surgery, which is to replace the aortic valve with a new valve. For me, I had 2. I could either have the mechanical valve or a biological valve, which would be taken from a cow, pig, or human. For me, the choice was quite easy and I went for the mechanical valve. If it's good enough for Tony Stark, it's good enough for me. The reason that I went for the mechanical valve wasn't so that I could be Iron Man, that didn't work, but it was because the biological one wouldn't last and I'd have to have the surgery again. As far as I was concerned, I only wanted to go through this once. So I had the surgery during the pandemic and I'm in hospital for about 11 days. I won't bore you with the details, but it involves pipes and tubes coming out of my chest and quite an awesome scar. The main difference that I noticed following my surgery were my energy levels, and this is really where I had to act smart. In my 20s, I had loads of energy. I could do a 12-hour shift, come home, work on my art for several hours, and then do it again and again and again. As long as I had a couple dozen coffees and cigarettes, I was fine. Now, there is no way I can do that. One of the things having open heart surgery has taught me is the value of time. Before, if I had a few hours spare, I would work on stuff, but I'd also procrastinate quite a fair bit. I knew that if I wasted the day, I could just pick up what I was meant to do and do it in the evenings. Working till 2 or 3 AM was quite a regular occurrence. Now I just simply can't do that, not at least without a lot of planning before. Because of that, I need to squeeze out every hour that I have in the day because I know that I can't just fob tasks off till later. I still make this mistake sometimes and I'll assume I'll have loads of energy for the evenings to do more than I'm actually capable of, but as I mentioned in this video, I'm getting better at managing that. The point of this video and last week's isn't to show off. I'm conscious that I'm coming across as someone who's got it all figured out and has come out fighting against the odds. The truth is, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing any more than anyone else does, but I do know that videos like this would have helped me after I'd had my daughter and after having surgery. Because sometimes it feels like there's only one available path to becoming an artist, and I think it's important to address that. You may have seen videos or posts about artists who sacrifice everything to get to where they are today. They talk about how they work like 12, 15 hours a day and they miss social events to make their dreams a reality. I believe that's true for quite a lot of people, but I also believe that that's not the only path to make it. I think that the only thing that those people who sacrificed everything did was perhaps get to their goals a bit quicker. Do I wish I'd figured all this out in my younger years and practiced and studied for hours and hours and hours to get further along than I am now? Yeah, of course. But I also wish I had £1 billion. Regrets are a waste of time and energy. The reality is we can all get to where we want to be, even if that destination looks different than what we expected. It may take us a little longer because we have things that are just as, if not more important, like our families and health. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that by taking longer, it allows us to assess, reflect, and pivot so that we can have a better understanding of what it is that we want to do. I didn't think I'd ever want to build a YouTube channel, and I've been loving it so far, and it's helped me in a lot of different ways. If I didn't go slowly, I probably would have missed this as an opportunity. Anyway, if you have things in life that are slowing your progress down, or at least you feel that they are, then know that you're not alone. I have no doubt that there are thousands of people out there in a similar situation to us, and it helps to know that there are people that you can relate to. And I'm interested in your stories because fuck knows I've been talking about myself for too long and I'm bored of my story. So let me know in the comments about things that may have gotten in the way or slowed you down and how you've overcome them. You never know who it might help to read it. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you got something out of this video. Have fun drawing.